Nice to have you along on this trip to Lubeck, Germany. My friend Stephen Malone and myself spent the summer of 1974 cycling around Scandinavia and part of Europe. After leaving Sweden, we cycled through Denmark to Lubeck with a population of over 200,000 people. I've been exposed to Lubeck in a number of ways over the years. I enjoyed looking at postcards, and postcards to Lubeck looked really exciting. What an interesting city, actually built on an island, surrounded by water. And of course it was a famous trading city in medieval times, a key member of the Hanseatic League. An old postcard of the railway station, and early postcards of the city made it look inviting. A city of churches. Then there was porcelain dishes advertising the city, and other odds and ends. Even a box of matches. My father was a keen stamp collector and had many German stamps, including Lubeck. Now let's look at some early maps of the city. This one's got a railway line, so I guess it's about 1910. Also a railway line on the right. A much earlier print of Lubeck, perhaps going back to medieval times. Look at all the churches, it's quite incredible. Quite a high quality cover print of the medieval town. An aerial photograph as a postcard. This is quite a bit better. It's actually a model of the town built by school children. As you can see, it's surrounded by the river and has only a small number of gates. I get confused by all the churches. Architects know that Lubeck is Brick Gothic, a type of Gothic architecture which is built using only bricks. A very early print of one of the main entrances into the city of Lubeck. The same entrance. And a more modern 20th century photograph. A 20th century postcard, probably dated maybe in the early 1900s. Another postcard. And at last, the modern day photograph. This is St. Mary's Cathedral in the background, in an early 19th century postcard. This one goes back to the 1800s, I think. An early picture of St. Mary's. I recognize it from the flying buttresses. In 1942, Hitler prepared to invade Russia. He concentrated a lot of his supplies and troops in Lubeck. Consequently, this area was bombed by the Allied forces, and this is an aerial photograph taken after the bombing. However, St. Mary's has obviously been reconstructed. Lubeck is surrounded by water. A very nice postcard. And a recent shot of St. Mary's Cathedral. Okay, I can't remember exactly what this building is. Another early postcard of the same. And when I was there in 1974, I photographed the same with my friend Stephen Malone carrying a pack sack with a Canadian flag. Another lovely shot. An early boating scene. This is the old town hall, very medieval in its appearance. Another postcard of the old town hall. A medieval staircase at the old town hall. It's quite impressive. A 19th century postcard showing the hospital. The hospital is still there. Here's a modern day shot. Lubeck is noted for its medieval character. Let's go through and look at a few photographs of housing with the medieval style. My friend Stephen Malone in front of what was a pub in 1974. The same building today is used for puppets. Here I am in front of the pub, which today is the puppet building. We dropped in for a beer. Now we'll have a visit to Lubeck Cathedral. Here it is here. I have some difficulty sorting out this cathedral from St. Mary's. Here is St. Mary's Church. An interesting write up on the wall about the Devil's Stone, having to do with the construction of the church. To commemorate the story, there's a bronze devil opposite the church next to the wine cellar. And here is the devil in person. Wooden carvings in St. Mary's Church. Part of the bells that were damaged during the Second World War with the bombing of Lubeck. The church itself is Gothic in style. Beautiful stained glass windows. And there's those other churches, but I won't go into them. The Lubeck Canal connects Lubeck to the Elbe River and the Baltic Sea, 67 kilometers long, and the northern end is Lubeck. A view of the canal here. Lubeck has access to the sea. There's a story that says that marzipan was invented in Lubeck. These figures are carved from marzipan. A very nice Lubeck beer. Thanks very much, viewer, for joining me on this trip to Lubeck, Germany.